I'm going live early. I am. Let's see if we can find this on here. Welcome everybody. If you're joining me, there's about 5.5 minutes in the pre-show left. Thank you for coming on board. There we go. Get everybody up and going. Courtney's already on there. Wow. That's because you're on Facebook all the time, aren't you? You knew it. You knew it. You're like, he's going to go on early. Yeah. I'll tell you. Thanks. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for the love and the hearts and every good thing that goes with it. And woohoo! Right? Hey, I got my voice back this week. Well, a little bit. It kind of keeps going in and out. I was doing really well all day, and then, yeah, hi, Amber. I was doing really well all day, and then tonight started coming back in, and oh, yeah, oh, I know. So, hey, and I got about 4.5 minutes here. I want to hit you with a couple of these. They have on, I don't know if you saw this, but Bored Panda. If you haven't been on that, look Bored Panda up on Facebook and like their page. It's just some kind of thought-provoking things. But they had a thing on there about Alexa and issues that it was 25 funny tweets about Amazon's Alexa that prove there's nothing artificial about her intelligence. And I want to just... This one just struck me funny. It's from Allison. It's at Allison Calhoun. Allison says, my aunt got a Google Home for Christmas, and she already has Alexa. This morning we were messing around with Google Home and asked, okay, Google, what do you think of Alexa? And it answered, I like her blue light. And from across the room, Alexa turned on and said, thanks. Allison goes, I'm scared. I thought these were kind of funny, though. The hilarity. I can feel the hilarity. Another one, Mo. It's at Moish _ Mo says, my mom's Alexa randomly turned on and it started glowing. And my mom was like, Alexa, what are you doing? And she said, I'm trying to learn new things. And my mom said, no one told you to do that. And she was like, okay, and turned off. Kind of scary, huh? A little bit scary there, yeah. Oh, I gotta bring up the video again here. Here we go. Perfect. Well, I thought it was kind of funny myself, but maybe not, huh? Maybe not. Well, anyway, there was some good little Alexa stuff. Hey, tonight I'm going to talk about habits. Habits. And good ones, bad ones. I'm going to talk about what hasn't worked for me in this past year, the ones I'm going to be working on and changing and to improve, and some things that I'm going back to, because there were some things I just tried and bought into and gave it a good heave-ho, or however you want to say it. I gave it a good try. And it has not necessarily worked out that I feel comfortable with. So I'm going back to some basics there. Yeah, Courtney said about wiretaps. People were worried about wiretaps in the phone lines in the 60s. And now, yeah, Alexa and Google Home. We got it all. It's so cool. And yeah, it's just kind of weird. Yeah. Kind of strange. But yes, we bring it into our homes. We're becoming the Jetsons very easily and very quickly here in society. Excuse me, 1 second. I wish I had a mute button for that, but I don't have one. So we're going to get going in almost a minute from now. If there are habits that you found that worked really exceptionally well for you this last year, shoot them in the comments section there. There's some good ones that I've developed, and there's some other ones, like I said before, I'm going to go back to some more basics and enjoying that. So I'm going to talk about those tonight, and because overall we're just looking for success, right? We're looking to make our lives easier, better, make us smile bigger in the morning. And hopefully I am not going to cough or do any of that good stuff for a half hour. Oh, yeah. These colds, I'm right on the tail end. Boy, Ember and I woke up this morning. We were like, I think we're over it. And it felt really good all day. And then about 3 o'clock, it just started hitting me again. Ah! So... all right, so I thought, well, I'm going to come on, do the show a little bit early, and then that way maybe it won't, because right now I'm kind of doing good. I'm kind of doing good. Welcome, everybody, to tonight's show. I am Dave Stelma. If you didn't find a way to me, I'm not quite sure how you're watching this right now, but maybe on the replay. But tonight, we're going to talk about habits. I'm going to talk about what didn't work for me last year, with some things, what's my vision for 2018, and what does success mean for me, as well as some things I'm changing up this year, or going back to, or doing things. Anyway, we're talking about success habits tonight, right after the intro. "2017 was a learning year for me. Made progress on some things, and other things I tried and it just didn't feel right. And I probably should have stopped myself into it. But, you know, you got to keep trying. You got to keep experimenting. You got to keep to broaden yourself that way. So... some things that didn't work for me. I'm going to dive right into this. And along the way, if you have some habits that you think would be great for other people, shoot them in the comments section. I'll get to those. I'll go review those in a little bit. Otherwise, if there's some things that didn't work for you too, either way, hit them in the comments section there and let people know. And also, share this out to your friends. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to share this out to mine. Bam, and they changed all that good stuff, but I'm going to do it anyway. Bam, there you go. Shout that out to my peeps. But share this to your friends, and maybe they can chime in along the way too. And then say hi to them if you see them come on here. But hit me in the comments section there too. All right, right into it. What hasn't worked for me? What hasn't worked for me is... trying to expedite, trying to put a catalyst, trying to copy other people that may have success faster than what I'm was attaining to. And so I kind of jumped on board with a couple of different other life coaches that are out there, or coaches of coaches. And I grasped onto a couple of different methods, and you know, it just didn't ring true with me. And of course, you never know in any of these things. You never know until you get right into it. I did get, hi Kyle, welcome aboard. I did through a series of events, I did find Ryan Lee, which I love, which is the Freedom, and it's DYM, Freedom, on Facebook and groups there, and his daily emails, and I did grasp onto him, and I really like his style. So there was one good thing that came out of that. Overall for the year. Also, Jack Canfield, can't say enough. So I think going to Breakthrough to Success, as well as the Train the Trainer Online. I think that was two really of my big successes for 2017, and getting to meet that group and really diving in there has been really successful for me. But what hasn't worked, trying to rev up, just going by the law of probability and revving up numbers of people in a group, and just hoping that if then you throw something at them, it's going to stick with a handful of people or something of that sort. That just didn't work. Hi, April. Thanks for coming on board. I look down at the monitor here. But the going by probability of the numbers, it never worked for me in life before, and I should have probably caught on to that early on to it. But I went through the whole entire course with this coach of coaches, and I went through the whole session that because you're paying for it anyway, so you might as well go, right? So I went through with that, and it just didn't resonate with me as far as that goes. But the good thing is I did learn a lot, and I did get to Ryan Lee via him, and a couple other contacts via this course. And I found that it was very, everything, I don't look at anything as a failure. I look at everything as a learning experience. So with this, taking this course, and what I was striving to do, and that's why the signs there says online marketing, I was striving to see different ways that I could utilize Facebook and different social media that way, as far as promoting my life coach business, my success coaching business. And it was very enlightening to me how, and it's one viewpoint, basically what you do with any of these courses is someone has a limited amount of success, and so they're trying to utilize that as their training platform, and they put that out there on, I did it this way, so just copycat me and you'll have success too. The problem with that is with social media, is with Facebook and Twitter and all those things, especially Facebook. Facebook is probably the biggest one right now. And is that, and then utilizing Instagram. And what I really, the biggest problem with those is that they change all the time. And they're changing that because that's their business to do it. So Facebook changes their algorithms. Facebook changes all of these different aspects, marketing and advertising, and whether you can boost or cannot boost and things of that sort, and what you choose as a group to boost to and things of that. And it all works to some degree, but what worked 6 months ago, what worked 3 years ago, what worked 6 years ago doesn't work today. It's a different, every month is almost a different algorithm that you have to jump around. And so to keep ahead of that is very hard. Very, very hard. So the one tried and true thing that really resonates, that in all aspects, is an email list. So I'm going back to the basics of just putting that email newsletter out every day, Monday through Friday. I take the weekend off because I think that that's what I need. That's the other thing we've learned in our household, Ember and I, that the weekend is something where it just resonates with us to take that weekend off and enjoy each other. So Monday through Friday, putting out that email and having contact with those people. And so that's something that I'm going to move forward with. And then generating more names on that email list. And how they, you'll see this in all these different groups. You're supposed to have a group, and then you're supposed to get a freebie that's put out there and things of that sort. And there will be to some degree on that, but I'm just not a big lover of the freebie thing, because what do you want? well, what would be something that's of use to you? Because I can put thousands of things, one sheets and things like that are out there, or little pamphlets and books and things in gimmickry. But I think what really works is someone that just buys into you, me, whatever it, whoever that is, whatever your business is. And putting that out, and then giving them some content on a daily basis that's not going to waste a lot of their time. They're going to find some useful aspect to it, and then cultivate that relationship. I think that email list, I look at that as, if you went into, I think everyone can relate to this. I can relate to this when I was younger, but that it would be like going into a bar as a single person and going up to the first person that you met and saying, hey, let's go get married. Let's go down. I know there's a wedding chapel right down here, and let's go get married, and and then we'll start our whole family. And then within 6 months, we're going to have, you'll be pregnant, and then we'll have the child. You can't do that. And that email list is something where you get to know each other. Now, are there going to people, I find it humorous because I don't obsessively track these things, but you get the stats weekly. I get them weekly from MailChimp, which is what I use for my email list. And you get the stats of, there are 3 people left or left your group, or 3 emails left, 3 people left off the email list, or 5 people jumped onto the email list. And it's weird because people come and people go, and it somehow it just kind of stays the same or hovers around the same number in that. But that's going to be my vision for this next year. I did that a year ago, cultivated it, and then kind of stopped doing that and focused more on Facebook. And so these are the habits that I'm going to get into. And there you go. So that's not what didn't work, but a little bit into the next section of what I'm trying to create. So creating that relationship is really what I'm going to focus on over the next year. The daily emails, so people can get to know me as well as what my philosophies are. If you're an ultra conservative, you're not going to click with me because that's not where my heart is. If you're someone that's going to walk by a homeless person, that's not where my heart is. So let's get back to habits. Habits, if you get a daily habit of doing something. My daily habit a year ago was getting up in the morning, meditating, doing some form of workout, and then getting ready for the day. I slowly got into the habit over probably the last 6 months or so of the dreaded opening up the Facebook, going down that rabbit hole, and trying to find my way out of Facebook or YouTube or something. And then I'm like, oh, my day has to start. I can't stop and meditate and work out or go for a run or something of that sort. So I'm going to get back into that morning routine because that started me off in a great place mentally, physically. It put me in a really great place to start that day. And my day, it didn't matter how long the day went. The energy was there. The motivation, the inspiration was there. So I know that that's something that I'm going to get back into because this year is just going to be explosive. It's already started off with a bang. And for a lot of people, I'm seeing a lot of people, and we're only in day 2. Can you imagine what December 31st in 2018 is going to be like? It's going to be pretty darn terrific. But my vision for coaching wise, I'm probably going to move the show. I think I'm going to move the show to a Saturday or Sunday morning format. I want it to be more inspirational. I want to see if I can't cultivate more comments, more people on here, more interactive a little bit, instead of it being so monologue. So I'm going to strive to do that, which means getting more people and getting publicizing this more, advertising this more, letting people know ahead of time in that. So if you have a preference, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, whatever it is, make sure you voice that out. Shoot it to me in the comments, or message me and that, and give me a little bit on that, your feedback on that. A couple other things is, like I said before, I'm going to cultivate that email list, because I think email is about the only way we can be consistent with generating a business, or because this is a business, and generating that email list and cultivating that email list, and having others refer people to that email list. And hopefully there's going to be getting some feedback on what you might want to see more of in those emails. I try to keep them brief. I keep them under 300 words. I know your time is valuable. If I'm going to shoot you a tidbit every day, I want that to be something that you can utilize that day. Getting into that habit, that's the other thing that I'm going to cultivate. I don't do them, write those emails far in advance. I know others have said, do that. The coach I was referring to before, he was like, oh, do them, I write all my emails 2 weeks out, or I write all my emails at least 1 week out from that. And I guess I'm striving to keep it a little bit more, not as spontaneous, but to keep it more on topic, or I'm not, what's the word I'm striving for? Help me out here, Ember. I'm trying to get it more topical, more in the moment. So if something comes up, I can address that in the next email, or the next morning's email. But it could be something of that sort, where it's more a succession of things. But getting that habit is one of the things that I'm really working towards developing, that it's an easier flow. And at first, doing the emails every day was really tough. It could take hours to do a simple 300-word email, how to construct it, what to do with it. And I think I've become better and better at that, a little bit more quickly to do that. It certainly takes less than probably 5 minutes to read it, but to construct that, and what the topic's going to be, and things of that, and development. I'm getting better at that. I'm honing that. I also putting different memes in that on the Facebook page, the Dave Stelma Facebook page. I got out of the habit of doing that probably through the month of December, because I got a little overwhelmed. I got sick, in which it's slowly slipping my voice away here tonight. But I got sick, and it just overwhelmed me a little bit too much. So I was very inconsistent on that as well. So I'm going to be more consistent in getting back to the basics where I was at a year ago, because I think it was flowing at that moment in time, and then adding in the show every week. The other suggestion that people had was to just come on periodically and do short little 10-minute, 5, 10-minute, 15-minute Facebook Lives, just instead of doing more of a show format, just coming out and doing just a quick, more personal thing, from whether it's in my car or if it's someplace. So I may add those in. I'm going to layer it, because that's what I teach my clients to do, is get something down, get it so it's successful, it feels good, it's easy, it's just automatic, like getting up in the morning and brushing your teeth. It's going to be something that's just automatic, and you can do very easily. Hone that one thing, and then we're going to layer it. We're going to have a multi-layer cake, and we're going to just keep putting layer upon layer. So that's going to be something that I may sprinkle in later, after I hone these habits down. But it's getting these success habits in place that I teach my clients, and it's just what makes us really indestructible, because the persistence. You don't have to worry so much about the persistence and the consistency, because you're just doing one thing. I started out, oh my gosh, is it 2 years now doing this show on Tuesday nights? And you know, when I first started out, I don't think anybody watched. I don't even think Kember watched. But it was because I didn't even know what I was doing. So I was going on live and trying to construct it. And then for a while, we had the studio in the basement, and we started and had the show there. But it was just a matter of, how do I want the show to look? What did I want the show to do? And it slowly started to take form. And it still isn't as interactive as I would like it to be, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. And I don't think that I have the capabilities right now, as far as monitors and things of that sort, to make to get that interactive there too. And there's always a time delay and everything of that sort. So, So 2018 is going to be a pretty slamming year. I'm going to get back to some of the basics. I'm going to add in a few more things, and as we go. But if you want to get on that email list, sign up, for that. Just throw it in the comment, and I'll link you up with that. But really, it all starts with a vision and what I want. What that success for 2018 looks for me. And it used to be, years ago, it used to be a dollar number. I was like always chasing the dollar. And I'm done with that. I really want a quality. I want the clients that I choose to be of quality. I want the clients that I choose to work with to be a mutual experience, that we're both going to get something out of it. Because when you coach someone, and any parent knows this, you probably learn more from your kids than you want to let on to, but you learn a lot from your kids. And same thing with my clients. I learn as much from them. I pick up on their aha moments. What does it mean to them? And you form a bond with them. And so success for me in 2018 is going to be more of the quality client. It's going to be more one-on-one. It's going to be more client-based. It's going to be speaking, and that aspect. It's probably not going to be, I can tell you what it's not going to be, and it's probably not going to be a lot of course creation. At this point, it just doesn't feel right for me as far as course creation goes. And so I'm putting these, courses out that you can buy in that. And I'll tell you why that doesn't resonate with me, because the statistics show that you can put this, course for whatever, $297, $97, $47. It doesn't matter how much you pay for it. The overall average of people completing that course is 4%. 4%. And I want to make more of an effect and help more people than 4%. And you can sell, a course. You can stick all your money into Facebook ads and hiring the right person that puts these concepts together, and then you pay for it to be out there, and you put it to this demographic, and you lure these people in, and they buy your course because you priced it just exactly right for that. Because you can, if anyone's done advertising on Facebook, you're going to pick your demographic. You're going to pick, where they live, how much the annual household income is. You pick all those things. So if you want to just target people that made over, I don't know, $400,000 a year, you could easily do that, and you could sell them a course for whatever, $10,000 or whatever. Pick a number. Or you can go the opposite way. You can say people that make under $50,000 a year, and you could sell the course for $47. And somebody's going to buy your course. and you're going to, get through that group and you're going to continue to, sell that course. But if only 4% of the people are going to complete that course, it's not a good reflection on me. It's a negative reflection on me. So that's why I'm steering away from course creation at this point in time for 2018. And I'm going to focus more on one-on-one clients. And so people that are going to read the email are going to get some information that way. They're going to get some free information that way if you sign up for that daily newsletter. And in the show, you're going to get some I need some cold medicine, I think, pretty soon here. But the show is going to give you some content that's for free. And I want you to do that because there's going to be, like, today, this week, this is what I want you to take away from this whole show tonight is, one, reflect back on what hasn't worked for you in 2017. Make that whole list of the things that you tried and it didn't work. Doesn't mean it failed. Just means it didn't work for you. It may have not resonated with you. It may not have been the right course, not the right path. But make that list of all the things that didn't work. And it can be just daily habits too. If you're not having a business or running a business in that, it could be a daily habit. It could be like what I said before. All of a sudden I found myself getting up and clicking on Facebook, in the morning and checking, things on Facebook. And all of a sudden, an hour later has gone by and I just wasted an hour of quality time that I could have either ran on the treadmill, ran outside, meditated, or done a combination of those things. So, excuse me. So make a list of all the things that hasn't worked. Now, then we're going to do learn from those things. But then let's start with a vision of what you want your 2018 to end at. How do you want to end up? And don't go by money. Go by what you want it to do for you emotionally, feelings. What's going to bring you joy and happiness at the end of the year. And let's start from there and work our way backwards. Then start making a list of what habits you have to put into place. And then pick one. Pick one habit and do it until it just is ingrained. It's like getting up in the morning and brushing your teeth. You're going to get up and you're going to do that one thing. Or if it's at night, do that one thing. Another habit that I'm going to get into is just writing down the positive things that happened to me in that day, like tonight. Write down the positive things that happened today to me. There's going to be something positive that happened, and write those down. And I'm going to start doing that. I'm just going to start journaling a few things at night and putting those down. Just simple things. Just put a list down. You don't have to go into detail. You can, but you don't have to. But get into the habit of just doing that. Create that habit. So whatever it is, create that one habit, hone it, get it down so that it's just ingrained in your spirit that you're going to do that every day, night, morning, whenever it is. It could be eating better. So you're going to pick one thing and you're going to change. If you're eating, if you get up in the morning, you eat a whole box of donuts, we're going to skip the donuts now. Let's eliminate that bad habit and let's incorporate something that's better. I'm going to eat a bowl of oatmeal every morning or whatever it is. Find the one thing that you can change it to that's going to be better for you, and then do it. And then just start from there. Do that one thing, and then you do it automatically every day in the morning or whatever it is, and then go from there. It could be exercise. You're going to get up in the morning and you're going to do that one thing for whatever it is. Start out. I saw a great thing on George Takei's list, putting out a whole bunch of these, where a person took 100 days. And this young lady couldn't do a push-up. So day one, she just struggled through and did one push-up. The next day, she did that until she could do 2 push-ups. And she just kept adding on until day 100, she could slam through a whole bunch of push-ups. Same thing. So just take it a day at a time and teach that habit. Don't go for I need 20 days and I'll change a habit. BS. Do it and then you can layer onto it. So get it ingrained, get it out there, and then your 2018 is going to be awesome. Shoot me in the comments. Hi, Jill. Shoot me in the comments or message me on my Dave Stelma on Facebook. Shoot that out to me and tell me what you're going to be changing this year. What habit you need for habit. If I could speak with this cold, it'd be a miracle. What habit are you going to change? Or tell me what habits you don't want to do anymore. Like that was a bad habit. And then we can work together and figure out what to replace it with, what changes for that. Okay, before I lose my voice altogether, I'm gonna go. Sorry, I was on a half hour early. If anybody's coming on now at 6:30, sorry. You can catch the replay or you can skip through. Hey, the replay is kind of cool because now you can skip through parts where I'm coughing or you find it boring or whatever you want to do. I do the same thing. But until next week, thank you for coming on board here. Write down those habits that haven't worked for you in 2017. Start putting your vision together for where you want to end in 2018. And then start making a list of the habits that you want to change and you want to change too. And try them, experiment with them. If it doesn't resonate with you, if it doesn't work, then skip on to something else. If running's not your thing, then maybe water aerobics is. Find something that works for you and resonates with you. All right, I'm going to go before I lose my voice. Thanks for coming on board. Enjoy life and keep warm. If you're in Wisconsin, keep warm. Oh my gosh, we're freezing all over the world. See you next week.
If you like this video, like my Facebook page or subscribe to my YouTube channel or find everything at davestelma.com.